All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now they're gonna talk shop. Definitely yesterday was not the ideal day. Starting 7th, it didn't matter. I didn't have the speed to catch up. Tim, Todd, and Dan were on a whole another level, and Lucas has been doing well today. You went P1 qualifying?
Yeah.
So yesterday's recap, ended up P4 in the final. Dan did not win, so that locked up the championship for second place. Todd won, locked up championship for first. Dan's locked up in third. So today I have not been on track. It has been raining. I have been staying away from the rain. I don't even want to race in the rain, to be honest. I don't like that they're not scanning tires because some people are putting brand new tires like every session. So I can't do that. So I'm going to save my tires for the finals. I might go for the pre-final to test how the track feels, come off early, and then for the finals go all out and see if I can win from the back. Should be a fun race. I love racing in the rain. I just don't like cleanup afterwards. But thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and share. This is the final round. This is the final day. CKNA South. Then we have a nice little break. Probably do the Jack's local money race because James Insco talked me into it. And then TSRS at the end of May. So let's get after it today, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks to everybody. So here we are for a pre-finals. Track had dried out. I decided to keep my old tires from yesterday. There was no point to burn up a brand new set of tires once the championship was locked up. Tires here was a huge difference. Everybody else around me other than Ryan was on new tires. But then I get an awesome jump out. I'm able to get up front past the inside group. You can see there's a couple of damp spots in the track. And then I know they're going to end up freight training me here in a second. But it was a pretty nice surprise to get by them. Dan got a massive lead out, and he held it for the rest of the race. That guy was, for the pre-final, his cart was hooked up, and it was hooked up, checked out, and gone. That's how quick that guy was. I just wanted to try to get around Ryan. Ryan's not easy to pass, so if I get around him quickly, he might be able to hold up the guys behind me a little bit. It didn't work out to the best of my advantage or his advantage, so we were holding on for dear life. A couple laps later, it didn't matter. Todd and Tim were going to get me real quick. I give them plenty of space. Todd gets around me, and then I'm not going to fight with Ron or anything and Tim, so they got by me pretty easily. I ended up giving Tim a little push. I know he was going to try to back out of it, but I gave him a shove past Ron to help him to get up there. Tim was real fast all weekend, man. It was quick. That cart was rolling. That 23 chassis ain't no joke. But definitely it was on fire. My cart felt great after the setup changes I did. We found the setup this session, this weekend. Even on old tires, the cart was fast enough to hang with Ron here. And then in the finals, it was quick enough too. So with the brand new set of tires, I'm not sure if I could have won the race, but I definitely had a better shot of battling it out. I got a good run on Ron, so I decided to send up on the inside. That was a good passing zone because you had to open up to the corner. It kind of killed the exit speed here, but you're able to defend into a tighter section and try to get a better run up. I know I had a couple more teeth than everybody else helping me with the lack of grip. So coming to the last lap, I'm really shocked I'm still in front of Ron. He is pushing me pretty dang hard down the straightaway. So it was a good battle between us. He races me fair and clean every single time. It is very fun racing with him. He has gotten faster and faster as the year has gone. So he's becoming more and more of a threat each day out, which is not like it's like the class hasn't gotten any easier. The competition just keeps getting harder and harder and harder. So on top of Tim coming down from the GoPro area, Dan, of course, in the Jags area, I've raced him multiple times. Todd in the GoPro area is quick. Ron is in the Jags area. Then you have James Insco, which is near D-Land. So racing them against every weekend, we have all gotten that much better, which has made us that much better. If you look at the top 5, the 10 in Grants, it's like locals at CKNA South. Good run, P4, very happy with the performance. Well, the rain went away. And I was actually kind of hoping like a damp condition race, but rain went away. Man, Decided not to put new tires on. Championship's already locked up in second place, like I said earlier, so bit the bullet and gonna run the heavy race and put new tires on for the money race. So, not new tires this weekend. So I am the best of the rest. It's hard. It was a hard fought championship, hard fought run, and then hopefully if there's enough tire drop off, or I can stay close enough where they start battling it out and keep me close, I might have something in for the finals. Now, I decided to use this as like a test session to figure some stuff out. I did. I'm pretty happy with it. Another test session, and then from there, you know, with the data we got, we just use it for next time. That's all we can do. Always keep learning, never give up, always keep pushing, guys, all right? So for the finals, it was going to be basically try to stay on their back bumper, and hopefully they don't start running away, and then maybe there'll be a big enough tire drop off. Well, part of that happened, but it wasn't a tire drop off, it was a handling issue. So it was going to be a really, really hard final, but the inside row got a massive jump, and they got a really good start. So now I slide into fourth, same starting position. And I was going to see, man, if I could just stay right there, and if Ron could help me out and just push, maybe we can stay in touch. All right, maybe we can stay in touch. So after the first few corners, I could see that they're going to start pulling away, but I'm hoping towards the end of the race they start coming back at me. The kart felt really good. I mean, for the lack of grip I was having yesterday, the setup changes worked. It was, you know, things I have not tried on the kart before to add grip, because usually on most of these events we try to take grip away, but this was a track that never gripped up for us. So plus with all the rain washing away, making it green, it just kept taking grip away. I saw Dan struggling. He did not have any grip. He was like me yesterday, just no grip. But for him in the finals yesterday, his kart came alive out of nowhere. So I was thinking to myself, the kart could come alive. So we finally run Dan back down, and I know the first moment I got, I was going to try to make a move on him just to slow down the pace of the race. I did not expect Ron, after we raced him back down, to send it back on the inside. I was like, dang it, man, we were almost there. We had almost gotten him. So my whole goal is I had to get back by Ron, because really Ron was helping me down the straightaway. So, and then my gear would pull him around the infield. I got back by him. I gave him the signal, hey, let's try to work together. Let's try to run Dan back down. He apparently got the notice, because then we hooked back up, and then we ended up running Dan back down like a freight train. And I would, when I would make a move, like coming up, anytime I would throw the cart in, I would point right before the corner, letting Ron know I'm going to send it in. So that passing zone I've been doing multiple times, I knew that was going to be my best bet. Dan was struggling off that left-hander coming to the S's, so I knew I could get a better run, and then I would have to defend coming up to a slower section. And when I want to make my cart 10 cart lengths wide, I'm pretty decent at that. But I knew Dan was going to start fighting back hard. There's no point for us to really show any working and teammates together, because the leaders were checked out. So it was really a battle for third. And it was a really hard, good battle, man. I had tons of fun. I was squeezing Dan here down the straightaway. He was not giving up at all. He was doing a really good job. His cart just never came in. It was weird, because yesterday in the finals, his cart would just look really off. But then halfway through the race, his cart came alive and took off. So I was expecting that to happen. But right here on this left-hander, you can see his cart just slide wide. And you can see his head shaking. He's like, oh no, it ain't good. Jorge's coming again. And any opportunity, I was going to put my nose in there. I showed him my nose. He knew I was there. He knew he had to defend, which slowed down the pace. He opened back up for his corner. I sent it in. He would cross me over. It was a great battle, man. We were crossing each other over. We were leaning up against each other. It was some fun racing. It was a blast to race against them. You know, on track we do get into it with each other at times, but in the end it is fun to race against caliber racers I do. back and forth. So this weekend was some good racing in the heats and the finals. Then you would do a switchback and open up. That's exactly what I did, and then right then and there I knew my gearing would help, but then I'll have to defend down the straightaway because I didn't have any top end gear. So it was like a do or die thing, and I knew I wanted to be leading with a couple laps to go. I want to be in front of this group because we had Ron right behind us as well. So every time we would battle it out, Ron, I know he was just there waiting, licking his chops to get us. So any opportunity I got, any good runs I got, I would try to make the move right away back on him. I knew he struggled here, so I can hold off for a second. My kart would just hook up and go. So right there showed that the setup changes I did is what the grip I needed. I really turned the kart around when a track is slick. I always struggled with the kart finding grips. So definitely it was a good eye-opener and a good test session. But knowing how bad he was struggling, I needed to get a decent run out of this last corner, which I was kind of getting, but he was not getting a good run at all. And then I would just send it in. I ran out of gear right here, but then Ron gives me a shot forward to get by him. So from this point on, I know Ron was done playing nice, and I knew he was going to make a move on Dan. So if I stayed in front of Dan, Dan would be under fire, and he would have to defend from Ron, and that would just give me enough of a breathing room to stay in front of these guys, because I knew if they had an option to pounce, they would. I checked my shoulder, see that there is a little bit of breathing room, and then I could not relax, because at any point in time, you could have a 3 to 4 kart length gap, and these guys are that good that they will send it in from that far out and do like a slide job with no problem. Usually when I see the nose of the other kart, I'll back off and let them through it and try to do an over and under move. We don't fight side by side here unless you want to end up in the dirt or in the grass on the outside. You never pass on the outside. This is not Days of Thunder. Unless, I take that back, unless you're James and Charlotte and Dan and Monticello, and you have I give you plenty of space on the outside. Yes, you can do it on the outside move. But here, coming down, it was a really good weekend overall. I have to thank everybody that helped me out: MGM Chassis, VP Motors, Podium Products, CR Custom Helmets. You know, everybody that's been there. Smoker Gear Performance, Mike Smoker, for everything he's done for the best gears in the game, hands down. Had a blast. LSR for the pit spot. You know, everybody's there that's helping me out. I feel like a NASCAR commentator. Thank you all my sponsors, which are really not sponsors, but just nice people I like to help out. Overall, good run, good race, excellent result. Did not expect P3. Super happy with it. Thanks for Ron for the push. I really needed it, because without you, I was dead in the water. Overall, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on track. See you at Jack's for the money race.